Hello everyone. I thought I would do a Q&A today out here in the forest by the bonfire. And I have some hot cocoa with me, some vegan chocolate, and of course some of your questions. So I thought we could all get cozy together and get to know each other a little bit better. It's very, very dark outside, and the only light source is the fire. So I hope you guys can see me and that the camera can focus properly on me and that I won't get too much smoke on me. And I'm gonna start right away, I thought. What's your favorite season? I would say that my favorite season, without a doubt, is summer. I used to hate the winter. Like, I really used to hate the cold. But I don't anymore. I have started to love winter, actually. But summer is still my absolute favorite. There is just so much joy and bliss, and if you have ever been to Sweden, I think you would understand. It's something you can't just explain. You have to be here to experience it. But since it's so dark 6 months out of the year here, where the sun actually never even rises above the horizon in some parts of the country, we absolutely love summer when it's the complete opposite. Sometimes the sun never even goes down beneath the horizon when it's summer. So it's just daytime all the time, and that gives us so much energy. So we really love summer here, most of us, and I am no exception. I love the summer and being able to use the bike and go swimming and just have energy from all the light. The winter is such a dark time, as you can see right now. So when the sun finally arrives, it's pure magic. Do you have siblings? Yes, I do. I have a younger brother, and his name is Robin. We used to fight all the time when we were kids, but nowadays we're actually really good friends. We often go out into these woods and take a walk together and talk about life and whatever comes up. And he's a very, very good person. He has such a pure soul. Maybe I need to fix the fire a little bit. Do I have anything to do with it? What happened to the van? Yeah, if you guys have seen my previous videos, I used to have a van, which was absolutely lovely. Alex and I had some amazing adventures with it, but it broke down. Alex and I were out, and nothing seemed wrong with it. We went back home, and all of a sudden it felt like I couldn't steer the van. I just have to really work hard to steer it. So I pulled over and tried to see what was wrong, and after a while I saw that the belt had gotten loose. I turned it into a mechanic and they saw that there was a huge oil leak. A huge oil leak. Yeah, it was a huge oil leak, and I fixed the belt, and I actually let them fix the oil leak, but they didn't manage to do so, and I spent a lot of money on it, and it didn't work out. So I gave up, and now it's standing at one of the country houses, and I don't know if I will fix it or not, because I'm thinking about in the future buying a house, my own, up north, because the country houses we have right now, they are my parents, and I want my own. So I might put money into that instead and sell the van, which is very sad, because the van was such a symbol of freedom for me. But I have to prioritize. Times are tough right now with the economy. So I might have to prioritize and choose what to do. It makes me sad. Maybe you can tell by the way I talk about it, but yeah, it makes me really sad. A huge oil leak, and the mechanic couldn't fix it even though I paid them to. It just sucks, and I don't know what to do. How far is your home from Stockholm? Oh no, sorry, how far is your house from Stockholm? Like I said, it's actually my parents, and they have 2 country houses. One of them are 2 hours from Stockholm, and the other one is about 8 hours, counting breaks. I love them both, but I have more history with the one further up north, because that's the one we've had my whole life, and we spent all summer there as a kid. The one that is closer, they have had for maybe 5 years, and I absolutely love that country house as well, and I'm really starting to get as close relationship with that country house as well, because it's closer, so I can be there more often. But I really want my own place eventually, where I can grow my own food and have my own projects without having anyone else to share it with, other than a partner then, of course. I just don't want to share a country house with my parents all my life. I want to have my own. We haven't heard anything more about your granny. Well, as you might know, she got cancer, and she's still alive, but it's just going up and down. The other week she had to go into the hospital because she had such a high fever. And yesterday she actually got sent back to the elderly care. So we thought for a second maybe it's better now. But then today again the fever got back. She got a fever again, and now she's back at the hospital. And it's so, I don't know how to explain it. It's sometimes it feels like I have to shut my feelings off to be able to handle it. And sometimes I just have so many feelings about it that I don't know what to do. She has meant so much to me, and I don't know what I would do without her. And I think that kind of leads back into the next question. Because that question was, if you could relive any day from your childhood, what would it be? And I must say that must be the weekends when I and my cousin Alexandra slept over at our grandma's place. We did that every single weekend. That was grandma time for us. And she taught us to play the piano, and she always made us pancakes, and we made mud cake together for dessert. It was just the most amazing time. And the love she has given us, the whole family, is just unreal. I didn't know so much love could exist. So if I would relive any time of my childhood, it would be those moments when I'm with my grandma. And on second place, it would be being at the country house further up north with my family. Going on adventures there, going swimming in the cold water. Okay, I think it's time for a little hot cocoa break. It was such a hard time getting this fire started. Finding the firewood, because I was planting firewood here earlier today, but someone else had used it. And then I had to find new firewood, and that was hard because where the county put out free firewood, it was empty. And then I went to another place, and that was also empty. But I finally found one of the places here in the forest that wasn't empty. But I had to go quite a bit to get there. So it was so nice to finally get to put down my camera equipment and just sit here now and have hot cocoa and chocolate. But maybe it's time to go to another question. Do you ever build your own shelters in the forest? No, I don't. I used to as a kid. I built tree houses with my brother Robin and our friend Niels, but not anymore really. I guess was kind of what the van was for though. A movable shelter for the forest. But as I just explained, that didn't work out. Yeah. Okay. Are there many mosquitoes there? The only thing I absolutely hate about being outside. Yes. There are so many mosquitoes here. Not as much here in Stockholm, But if you go up north, there are mosquitoes all over. And I will try to see if I have any old footage from last summer when I was up there with mosquitoes. I think I might have some. It was so many. And I don't know, maybe this means that I should not live in a city, even if Stockholm is a relatively small city. What do you think is the best part of living in Sweden? Well, I would say there's actually a lot of good stuff living in Sweden, but I would say the best thing is the nature and the seasons. I love the seasons nowadays. I didn't used to, but I do it now because I don't know what happened, but I started to dress better when it was winter, and that made me able to enjoy winter more. And then when the summer finally comes, like I said, it's just so magical because you get so much energy. So the winter is really a time where you calm down and like you get to go inwards and grow in that way by facing your inner demons almost in a good way. And then the summer comes and you're just like, I never want to sleep. And it almost feels like you don't have to. And then we also have allemansrätten, freedom to roam, which means that no matter who owns a forest, everyone has the legal right to freely roam in the forest and camp in the forest and take swims in their lakes, etc. Which is just magical to me. But other than that, just a lot of political stuff, I would say. And I don't want this channel to be all too political, but we have a lot of stuff that I think should be like a human right, almost. Like if your child is sick, you can stay at home and the government pays you because you can't be at work. I think that should be every parent's right to take care of their children. And we have good maternity leave. It's like over a year that you can split between the parents, that the government also pays. And that we are quite environmentally aware. It's very easy to be vegan. So there's quite a few things I really love about Sweden. There are also definitely stuff I don't like about it. And there are many parts where I think we're going in the wrong direction. But in the bigger picture, I am very happy that I was born in this country. But I guess that's also something most people say wherever they were born. Yeah, maybe this is a good time to end this video. Thank you so much for watching and for all the questions you asked. And please keep asking questions. I will either answer them in the comments or maybe even do another Q&A. But I really, really appreciate you watching and all the support I get from you guys who constantly watch every single video I upload. You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you. Bye.